So I really have no idea where this story is going anymore. Not in a negative way. I do like to be surprised, but I feel like with every chapter that has come out since we had our initial team up between Denji and Asa, I have just gotten further and further away from being able to predict anything that is going to happen. I am constantly just in a massive state of confusion every single chapter and then just trying to like piece it all together. I'm sure that, 10 or 12 chapters from now, there will be like an atom bomb drop of information and it will make all of this stuff make sense. But when you're reading it weekly, sometimes it is a little bit hard to kind of try to piece it all together and make sense of it. Again, not in a negative way, but I just don't know what's going on anymore. Like, I don't know where Fujimoto is going with this. I'm not sure, because we do have the oncoming apocalypse that is happening. We have the ambiguous, death devil that is out there somewhere. And now we have these two factions. We have Yoshida's kind of group of people that are telling Denji to not turn into Chainsaw Man, trying to keep things under wrap, trying to keep things under control, not allowing Denji to choose or, be able to, participate in life the way that he wants to. And then on the other side, you have the Famine Devil creating this Church of Chainsaw Man. And this is essentially a cult. And I mean, I guess church cult, whatever. But yeah, Denji goes to check out what the Church of Chainsaw Man is all about. And it is very soon discovered that this is definitely cult mentality to the highest degree, which I think also goes along with the themes of Chainsaw Man in that, not having the ability to choose, not having the ability to figure out what you want to do with your own life or feel any kind of semblance of control over your own life, just kind of blindly following and agreeing with what other people are telling you to do. And the people within this cult, within this Church of Chainsaw Man, they all seem very happy. They all seem very positive. But when you look behind the scenes as to what they're kind of all about and what's happening here, things are not what they seem to be on the surface. And Denji in this chapter really is kind of like our eyes and ears as the audience, because he's just like, what the hell is going on? Like, he's walking in just dumbfounded by stuff. He's like, this is so ridiculous. This is stupid. What is happening here? Where are the chicks? I just want to get laid. I was told there would be chicks here. Where are the chicks, man? How many times has your buddy said, hey, come along with me, there's going to be chicks there, and be like, all right, I'm on board, let's go. And you get there and they're nowhere to be found, man. This is just imitating real life. Anyways, Denji goes to this church, to this cult, and I think the first thing, actually, I have it pulled up to the side of me here. The guy that looks exactly like Kobeni is confirmed to be at least related to her in some way, because he says his name is Nobana Higashima, which would be the same name that she had, the same last name that she had. So I guess that is confirmation now. So that's why they look so much alike. Maybe they're twins. But he leads Denji through this facility, and he gets to a room that's the church, or the wedding chapel, rather. And he says that, yeah, there's going to be girls that you can have sex with, but then you got to marry one. And Denji's like, wait, hold on. Wait. He's like, I want to get laid. I don't want to get married, which I completely respect and understand. One is Denji is pretty young, and there's that. Also, to just randomly get married to somebody you just met. I mean, I guess he does want to have sex with somebody he just met, but it's different. There's different levels of commitment there. Not to mention, it's just scary to get married in general, man. I understand. Anyways, Denji is like, what the hell are you talking about? And the other weird factor with that is that everybody in the Church of Chainsaw Man is a student. There's no adults here. So this makes it even stranger, even creepier, that adults are kind of kept out. And, these kids are meant to marry each other super young, and then kind of have children and then propagate them into the church and then raise them under the Church of Chainsaw Man. This is just a pyramid scheme, indoctrination attempt by this church, this cult, in order to just keep, their faction growing as much as possible. And he talks about how their idea of marriage is to escape the control of the system of marrying as adults, which was put in place by America. And there's a lot of blame towards America in this chapter. And as an American myself, there is a lot to blame us for. However, I don't know if that one is particularly the best one to go after, as well as the giant laser that we have in the sky. Yeah, according to them, Chainsaw Man found this giant laser that is hovering in the sky that is over Japan, that was created by America. And Denji's just like, what are you talking about? Like, I never found any fucking laser in the sky. And even when Denji admits that he never found any laser in the sky, they are kind of surprised. They assume that he did because they're told that Chainsaw Man found it. But then they just kind of like are so basked within the way that they think and feel that and what they've been told by this cult that they just kind of be like, well, it might be embellished a little bit, but it's still helping people. It's still saving people. We're still attempting to protect these kids. We're still protecting, Japan in itself. So even if you didn't actually find it, it's close enough, right? So they're kind of just viewing it as in they're able to turn everything on its head and kind of justify their decisions, even when Denji is right here admitting that this has nothing to do with me whatsoever. Then this other guy shows up who's another one of the hybrids, and unfortunately we did not see Rezi in this chapter, and it also might be a little bit concerning that if the standard of this cult is to have people get married off like as quickly as possible, is Reze actually like married to somebody at this point? I mean, Denji's got Asa, that's who I ship him with, but I'm just saying, like, that'll be an awkward encounter, I think. But this guy's basically saying that he wants Chainsaw Man to come back out, and he wonders where he's been all this time and what would make Chainsaw Man come out. And, Denji, who already got this threat, this ultimatum from Yoshida, is basically saying that, well, we have Asa now and stuff. And so this guy immediately goes, oh, so you're saying if we killed Asa, that could bring Chainsaw Man back? It just like, they are willing to do basically anything they can to continue worshiping this person they view as this godlike figure. And that's kind of their mentality, is they want to bring him back. But here's the thing, is that there's two different factions now. There's Yoshida and Famine. And one is telling Denji, do not turn into the Chainsaw Man under any circumstances or we will kill Nayuta. And the other group is saying, hey, you should turn into the Chainsaw Man. We need Chainsaw Man back. We'll do anything to make that happen. We could even kill Asa. So is Denji going to be in a situation where he has to choose between the two? Because that would be very, very traumatic for the character. And also, what is, I try to think like long term, like what is the goal here, right? Because we know the apocalypse is coming. We know the Death Devil has yet to reveal themselves. And we know that both Famine and Yoshida do not want the apocalypse to happen. But they are going about it in extremely different ways, where it seems like Yoshida, I still kind of theorize that he's going to see if like, Chainsaw Man could basically eat the Death Devil and eradicate it, which I think that would be like more devastating than anything else. And then Famine has this fake Chainsaw Man, but then she's also like propagating Chainsaw Man up. So what does that make him more powerful in some way, because more people are talking about him, more people are worshiping him, it's more in like the public consciousness because all these devils come from fears, but then they're not fearing him. So I don't know, man. So I just like, I'm like trying to think like, what is the long-term goal here and how does Denji play into it? But every single chapter I feel like I get further away from understanding where the story is going. And in some ways that is fine, because I like to be surprised. I don't like to guess, everything that I'm reading. But in other ways, it does make it a little bit harder to review it chapter by chapter because I don't have any fucking idea what's going on anymore. But anyways, Denji pieces out. He's like, you guys are nuts. I don't care. There's no girls to have sex with here. I'm not getting married. I don't know what you guys are talking about. There's no fucking laser. I'm out. There actually might be a laser that is unconfirmed in this chapter. They just say that Chainsaw Man found it, so who knows? But anyways, guys, I don't know where this is going. So if you guys have thoughts, theories, ideas about where this could be heading, let me know down below. Very upset we didn't see Rezi, but I think that the precedent of adding in these hybrids, we had one the last chapter, we have this one. We're probably building to her in some way. Also, I want to go back and see what's happening with Asa now that she has all this public acclaim and how that's dealing with her. So I'd like to see her again. But until then, we'll just deal with this church. So what do you guys think of this chapter? This was chapter 140 of Chainsaw Man. Let me know all your thoughts, ideas down below. As always, guys, if you like the review, go ahead and thumbs it up and leave a comment to help it in the algorithm. And if you want to support the channel on a deeper level, I do have channel memberships turned on, Patreon, which right now I'm uploading individually all the reviews that'll be in my Friday the 13th retrospective. If you're into horror, there's chainsaws in that series, so I don't know. It might have some crossover. Also, a merch store, all that stuff linked down below. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.